Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you how I created these beautiful rainbow roots. So the colours that I'm using are by Riche Directions. I'm just using a red, orange, yellow, 2 greens, 2 blues and a purple. I used some gloves, a whole load of application brushes, and of course some sectioning clips. So before I started, I just brushed through my hair thoroughly and then applied some conditioner around my hairline to prevent staining of the skin. Then once that's done, I used the end of an application brush to split my hair into 4 sections and just clip them up out of the way. Once I'd done that, I just took one section down and created a split from my parting to my front hairline and began applying my first colour, which is red, at the roots of that very small section. It's important to make sure you split through the little section to make sure there won't be any blonde splodges in the finished hair colour. Then using some foil to prevent that from transferring, I just clipped that up out of the way, made another little section and moved on to the next colour, which is orange. So I'm trying to be as precise as I possibly can be while doing these little strokes. I found the foil to be extremely helpful because I think if I hadn't used foil, this would have just been a complete and utter mess. So obviously I've done yellow afterwards and then I'm moving on to green. But if you are doing this method, you can use whichever colours you want in any colour scheme. I think it would look absolutely gorgeous if it was done with pastel tones as well. So as my hair isn't particularly thick, I didn't have enough hair to have a purple section on this side, so I am finishing off this section with a blue. Once that's all done, just foiling it over, taking down the lengths and clipping them out of the way so I can move on to the other side. So I'm basically doing this side exactly the same as the other side, but with the colours reversed. So I'm starting with the purple, which I didn't get a chance to do on the other side, then moving on to the beautiful blue. And you can see I'm trying to be as precise as I possibly can, but you'll notice as I do this one, I do make a little bit of a mistake. We'll take down and start doing this yellow section and see that I have gotten a little bit of green where the yellow's meant to be, but it's okay, we'll not worry too much about that. So the final colour on this side is orange, and foiling, clipping out the way and moving on to a back section. So the back is essentially the same process as the front, except instead of diagonal splits, I'm doing horizontal. If you do decide to do this and you have anyone at home with you when you're dyeing your hair, I would highly suggest you get them to come and help you, as this is really hard. If you don't, however, you will just have to do what I did and have 2 mirrors and a whole lot of patience. So you can probably tell that my back isn't as neat as the front was, but I can only do my best, you know? So once I had done this side, I just did the exact same on the other side, but with the colours reversed again. Left that on there for around 20 minutes for the colour to soak into the hair a little bit before removing the foils and moving on to doing a colour on my lengths. I decided to dye my lengths this pinky purple colour as I hadn't used any pink on my roots and thought it would be a very nice contrast. I then left that on for approximately an hour and a half before rinsing it out with the coldest water I could stand to prevent the colour from running. And this is what it turned out like. I absolutely adore the final result and I hope you guys like it too. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.